All right, did that load? I think it did. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. It is going to be a hot day. We are looking at highs well into the 90s. In fact, some near triple-digit heat for Denver here this afternoon. And we'll be well over 100 to the south near Pueblo and Grand Junction at 106 this afternoon. So a heat advisory goes into effect at 10 o'clock this morning. Tomorrow, just a touch cooler. Homegirl, wow, that was quite the timing. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. It is going to be an incredibly hot start to the week. Some upper 90s, near triple-digit heat this afternoon. So a heat advisory in effect for the entire metro area today. Tomorrow, just a touch cooler. We'll see a slight chance for a few afternoon storms, but a better chance of storms here by midweek. And then a bit of a cool down. In fact, a good 20 degrees cooler by Friday. In 3, 2, 1. We are in for some pretty big heat here today. In fact, it's going to be the hottest day of the year, looking at a high near 100 this afternoon. So a heat advisory goes into effect at 10 o'clock this morning. Just a touch cooler on Tuesday. By midweek, we're going to see a better chance of storms and then 80s by the end of the week.
Welcome back. It's almost 6:15 this morning. Here's a look at your top stories. A key Russian bridge is closed this morning after reports of explosions. The 12-mile bridge connects Crimea to Russia's mainland, and it's an important supply route for Moscow's war in Ukraine. Russia blames Ukraine for the attack. Lawyers will start selecting jurors in a case involving former President Donald Trump's ex-attorney Michael Cohen. New York jurors will determine if the Trump Organization failed to pay Cohen for his legal efforts while he was working for the company. Cohen is seeking more than $1 million in damages. Some of Trump's family members are expected to testify in the trial. And the Powerball jackpot, that is up to $900 million. This would be the third largest Powerball jackpot ever. That drawing is tonight.
Well, it is the end of an era for drag racing fans in Colorado. Bandimere Speedway hosted its final Mile High Nationals over the weekend at its current location in Morrison. Clay Millican took home the top fuel championship at nearly 300 miles an hour. Matt Hagan won the funny car final at 304 miles an hour. He was flying. Both winners reflected on their last time at this iconic track.
I tell you what, it's pretty dang incredible because you can only do this once, and I'm sad that this is the last one, but holy moly, am I so proud of everybody that makes this team go.
The last Wally here, my mom's birthday weekend, you know, all these fans out here. This is a Dodge event. It's a Dodge trophy. It doesn't get any better.
I guess it's the adrenaline rush that gets him out of breath. Bandimere officially shuts down in October at the end of the racing season. Our partners at the Denver Post report the owners want to build a new facility 10 times the size of the current one. John Bandimere Jr. says it could open sometime in 2025. But Lisa, we know this was in your backyard growing up, basically. Bittersweet, I'm sure.
It is. Yeah, I mean, I grew up there. I worked at the track for years, every summer. I grew up across from the Bandimeres. They babysat me. I babysat their kids. Their kids babysat my. I mean, it's just been.
It's just a huge line there.
It's a lot. So a lot of good memories there, which is really cool. So it's going to be neat over the next few months, I think, for folks to come up with these stories and But yeah.
They got to get you racing out there at their new location. Yeah.
Right.
We've seen
Put
you
you in a
drive,
car.
Lisa. You can do it.
Yeah.
I could have taken that down this weekend. Yeah. We've got what's going to be here early this morning, a pretty mild start, 60s early on. We are going to climb though fast. Take a look at this warm up here by about 10 o'clock, 83 degrees, low to mid 90s between 1 and 2. We're going to see some near triple digit heat today. Today is only though going to be the 5th day of 90-degree plus heat so far this season. It's been a very wet and a very cool spring and summer. Last year at this point, today would have been day 28 of 90-degree plus heat. So it's been pretty chilly. Now we're going to see some big warm-ups though here today and tomorrow. Heat advisory going into effect at 10 o'clock. It covers the entire northern front range here across the metro area, in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. So just be careful out there. It doesn't take long, and sometimes you think you're okay, but then your body starts to really rapidly respond to it. So stay hydrated. Low 60s here this morning. Winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll see some pretty calm conditions. Upper 70s by about 9:30, closer to 90 by lunchtime, and then late afternoon, early evening, we're going to hit those highs right around 100. You'll see just a few building clouds today. If anything, we'd see an isolated gusty thunderstorm. There will be a better chance of storms, though, tomorrow. Now, we're waking up early Tuesday morning to 60s, 70s. Again, more sunshine, a really nice start to the day. Not as hot tomorrow, but it is still mid-upper 90s, still very warm. There will be a better chance, though, for a few thunderstorms and a little bit more cloud cover. That's going to help to shade things off and will help a bit more. Today, though, 99. Tomorrow, with that chance of afternoon thunderstorms, just keep it in mind at the pool tomorrow afternoon. You may see a few storms that would cause you to have to get out. Mid-90s, though, by about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday, we're at 90, and then things will cool down a little bit more. Thunderstorms are likely Thursday, low to mid 80s at that point. So a nice cool down, about 7 to 10 degrees below normal at that point. But when you look at some of these warmer than average conditions taking over the western U.S., we're going to be under that here. That's on the 10-day forecast. So we get a brief cool down here to round out the week. And then by Sunday, looking at, again, a chance for a few late day storms, but highs will be back in the 90s, Jason, by Sunday. But there is going to be a nice break in between some of this heat so that we're not looking at a really long streak of it, which we have obviously seen like last year.
Exactly, and it's nothing like what they're seeing in Phoenix or Vegas or Death Valley. Right now we have a new crash on the I-25 drive. It's northbound I-25, so slow from Evans getting up past Colorado Boulevard. Let me show you from Air Tracker what's going on. So you have this truck right here in the left lane. They have the cone set up, so they're going to be here a while. A couple other cars on the right side of the highway here. So this is going to be a situation that's going to probably linger for a while. We're going to need a big tow truck to help probably the semi off of the highway and at least get it out of lanes. So we do have, unfortunately, a delay that goes now back to Evans. It's going to go back to Yale here before too long. So if you have plans to come up from the south side to downtown Denver, you're going to have at least an extra 3 to 4 minutes right now, and it's going to get longer and longer the longer that traffic lane is blocked, sitting in traffic. So this is the other trouble spot over here where Buckley and Airport come together at Alameda out there in Aurora. So it is affecting, it's a head-on crash. We have a lot of rescue squads out there now affecting really all 4 directions at that very usually busy intersection, and then just getting busier in some of these usual spots up north.
I'm Joe St. George in Washington. We know who's running for president on the Democratic side and the Republican side, but what's the chances that a third-party candidate makes a serious run for the presidency in 2024? It's getting a lot of chatter this week. We explain why next.
And it's Money Saving Monday. Whether you like pop, hip hop, or country, we've got a concert deal to see some top artists.
Hi, me. Thank you. And 3, 2. A hero we told you about 6 years ago is getting some much-deserved recognition this summer. Let's see if you remember the story that went viral very quickly. This was back in 2017. This man, Mickey Wilson, was skiing at A Basin when, long story short, he noticed that the man on the lift in front of him had fallen off and was then dangling by his backpack, which was wrapped around his neck. So the man was unconscious, hanging 10 feet above the ground and by his neck. But look at this picture. This is one thing I didn't tell you about Mickey. He was and still is a professional slackliner. You just saw a photo of him dressed as a Jedi while doing it, balancing very well. He's very good at it, and thank God that he was there with his force powers that day, because in the next few moments, Mickey had to make a choice about whether to save a man's life, and he climbed the wire over to the man. Someone threw him a knife. He caught it and then slashed the straps on the backpack, and that man was saved. He fell. He had a broken rib, but he left the hospital very quickly in the next few days, and he fully recovered. And Mickey still can't believe that he was actually there in that moment.
One of the things that my brain flashes back to most is being on the cable and just remembering how scared I was, but also how laser focused I was. I don't think I've ever been quite as intense and focused in my life.
Do you guys still stay in contact at all?
Yes, absolutely. We became good friends after that. We're homies now.
And how often is he like, hey, you saved my life. Thanks again.
A lot of times when we talk, he always says something like, man, I'm just stoked to be alive, dude.
Welcome back. 6:24 is your time this morning. Hard to forget the thousands of people that were stranded at Denver International Airport over 4th of July weekend. The Better Business Bureau says if your flight is canceled or significantly delayed, you do have a right to a full refund, even if you didn't buy a refundable ticket.
If you do get some compensation, also find out when you're getting rebooked, looked at what that includes. Does it include meals? Does it include cash compensation, any travel vouchers, or even frequent flyer miles?
A lot of factors. The Department of Transportation website has a dashboard listing how each airline will compensate passengers.
Well, if you're looking to get married in Colorado, expect to shell out $29,000. That's the average cost of the ceremony and reception in our state. That's all according to the Knot. That's on par with about the national average of $30,000. If you want to feel better about your spending, though, just remember Denver has a cheaper price point than several other major cities. The average in New York is $60K, $47K in Chicago, $40K in DC, and $37K in LA. Every Monday is Money Saving Monday. We have a concert deal for you this time around. Live Nation calls it Summers Live. You can get 4 tickets for $80 for select shows. They include 50 Cent, Dierks Bentley, Neon Trees, and Rod Stewart. The pre-sale is tomorrow, and then general sale starts Wednesday. You can learn more on Live Nation's website.
Well, you may remember the hero slackliner who saved a life while skiing at A Basin 6 years ago. We are catching up with him after he's getting some big recognition. Brian, speaking of rescues.
Yes, in this week's edition of It Sounded Like a Good Idea at the Time. A little bear cub got stuck in a dumpster and couldn't get out. The effort to free him, this does have a good ending as well, but there's also a warning from wildlife officials.
And we could hit triple digits today. It's a Denver 7 Weather Action Day. We have tips to keep you and your pets safe in the extreme heat.
Three, two. Same here, brother. I'm very glad you're okay. And I'm also glad they're friends now and he's doing all right. Meanwhile, for Mickey, he is still a professional slackliner. He even recently podiumed at a Red Bull event, still going strong. He's got a family now. There's his son, Rio, and his wife, who goes by the nickname Purple, Sarah Purple. And he also just received Big news, he's getting the Carnegie Medal for his heroic acts from the Carnegie Hero Fund Commission. It's a huge honor for Mickey, and it's been a lot for all this to resurface 6 years later.
I have experienced a large range of emotions in the last 2 weeks since I found out I was going to receive the award. First off, just kind of shocked. It's extremely honoring and humbling to be in that list with those other great people.
Now, he has not received the medal yet because they actually custom make it for them, and it takes a couple months, but he's proud to have inspired people with the lessons he learned that day. In studio for Denver 7, I'm Danny New.
Well, I don't think there's any other way to say it. It is going to be really, really hot outside, and we want everyone to stay safe and keep their pets safe as well.
It happens fast. Does not take long for that heat to be overwhelming. Denver 7's Wanya Reese joins us from Wash Park this morning, where we know you've probably already seen people getting in their walk or run out there.
Good morning. You all are exactly right. A lot of folks are out here walking around, getting their morning jog in, trying to beat that extreme heat that we are expecting today. And imagine if it's hot for us, and it's definitely way too hot for our pets. And a great rule of thumb that we can use is that if you go outside, just put your hand right down there on the pavement. And if it's too hot for you, it's definitely way too hot for your pet. So let's go ahead and get you to some tips so that you can keep your pet safe. This is going to be according to the Humane Society here. The best thing that you can do as far as a pet owner is not leave them in a parked car, limiting their exercise on hot days, and also being sure to keep your dog hydrated and allowing your dog to stay in the air condition in order for them to stay cool. A dog owner that we spoke with over the weekend says they are playing it safe today to keep their four-legged friend in good health.
We have boots for her too on really hot days, so we try and avoid any blacktop or anything that's really hot. So try and keep her on grass.
Definitely some good advice there. And I know one thing that I learned automatically moving here to Colorado, folks here love their pets, but it's important that you take care of yourself as well. Make sure that you're staying hydrated, wearing light colored clothes, and also applying some sunscreen as well.
And Wanya, we know a lot of people don't have anywhere to go right now. So what's the city doing to help them out?
Yeah, an excellent resource that the city has that's going to be open this morning is rec centers just like these are going to be open all across the city, and they're also going to have libraries that are going to be open as well, so folks can use those areas to cool down, because this is the type of heat that my grandma would say that you don't want to play with.
For sure. Grandma knows best.
Yeah,
too.
she's a smart woman.
Thanks, Wanye. Let's bring in meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo. Lisa, the heat advisory, that kicks in just a few hours.
You know, Wanye, new to Denver 7 from Georgia. He's out there with the runners at 5 a.m. probably thinking, what are you people doing? Yeah. Wait till winter. They'll still be out there, Wanye. Right now, a heat advisory going into effect at 10 o'clock this morning, in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. Lots of sunshine and some big time heat. That advisory covering the entire metro area and northern Front Range. Here's a look at the high. We're going to be at about 99 in Denver here this afternoon. Boulder, 96. Evergreen, upper 80s to low 90s. It's going to be hard to find a spot that's cool right now. Copper Mountain, some 70s it looks like, but still your hiking forecast. Toasty today and tomorrow. We're going to be in the 80s on some of those trails, both today and tomorrow. And then a few more thunderstorms possible here on Tuesday. Here's what our futurecast looks like tomorrow afternoon. So we will see more cloud cover. That'll help out a bit, but still some mid to upper 90s and that chance of storms. We'll take a closer look at when things will really cool down here this week coming up.
And sometimes with that extreme heat, we could see some roads buckle. We could, at least in the concrete area, we do have that asphalt that gets real soft, and so that can be a little squishy with the heaviest vehicles. Right now, the worst of it is going to be I-25 from Yale now all the way past Evans to this wreck at Colorado Boulevard. That's the biggest problem so far in the morning. Take a look from Air Tracker where you can see there's this semi, left lane's fully blocked off. We have a couple of cars over in the right shoulder, so it's obviously slow through here. So now with traffic backed up to about Yale, it's going to take you, as you see on the drive time, at least an extra 5, if not 6 minutes, just to get through this traffic jam. But as they sit there, you're blocking that left lane, it's going to grow and grow and grow. So you have plans to go from the south side towards downtown. You might want to try some of the side streets. If you jumped on from Colorado Boulevard or from University, you'd be saving yourself some time. Over at Buckley and where Buckley Airport and Alameda come together, you have a serious crash that's still being worked on right now.
Coming up in just a few hours, the city of Denver will have a new mayor. Mike Johnston will be sworn in this morning. He won the June runoff election over Kelly Brough and has been transitioning with Mayor Michael Hancock the last 6 weeks. The inauguration will be at the Ellie Calkins Opera House at the Denver Performing Arts Center at 10 this morning. He will be sworn in exactly at 10:44. Denver's newly elected city council members will also be sworn into office. The inauguration ceremony will be followed by a music festival at Union Station starting at 5. And as we get ready to welcome in the new leadership, we want to hear from you about how you're feeling about where Denver is headed. That is our Denver 7 viewer poll this morning. How well will the new leadership address the city's biggest issues? We have a poll up on denver7.com/vote now. You can also scan the QR code there on your screen. How optimistic do you feel about Denver's future? It is a dial test going from concerned to very optimistic right now. Our viewer average is not hopeful. Ouch. So we'll be checking on the poll throughout the morning.
And as Denver gets a new mayor, the 2024 presidential race is just getting started. Tonight, a nonprofit called No Labels will host a town hall in New Hampshire. The group is rumored to be considering running a third-party presidential ticket next year to challenge Democrats and Republicans. Scripps News political editor Joe St. George looks at the controversy surrounding No Labels and how this group could impact next year's election.
Are you someone who labels everything? Your drawers, Tupperware, perhaps a first aid kit? Personally, I never use a label maker, but in politics, there's a tendency to label everything. Democrat this, Republican that. But what if the labels were dropped? Could a third party actually emerge? Well, enter the group No Labels, where on Monday night, Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia and former Utah Republican Governor Jon Huntsman will speak on the group's behalf at a town hall in New Hampshire, fueling speculation the group is seriously considering their own presidential ticket next year. Are you guys going to launch a presidential candidate in 2024?
Well, we'll see.
Joe Cunningham is a former Democratic member of Congress and a current member of No Labels. Cunningham tells us Monday's event is about releasing around 30 policy positions from the border to the economy. It's not a presidential launch. He says it's possible No Labels nominates someone next year to challenge Democrats and Republicans. His group's polling, he says, shows more Americans want bipartisan solutions and are not keen on a rematch between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump.
What do you say to 2/3 of Americans who say that they do not want this rematch? They want other options.
The group is already generating controversy. No Labels isn't revealing who is funding them, and Cunningham tells us they don't have to right now because they are not a campaign.
We're C4 and we're a nonprofit.
But the lack of transparency is fueling speculation that all of this could be an effort to impact next year's result. New polling from the Prime Group, a political firm critical of no labels, shows if the group doesn't run, President Biden is leading in the polls. But if no labels gets in the race, it shows Mr. Trump leading the popular vote. Cunningham says if No Labels does announce a launch, it would be to win themselves, not elect someone else.
We're not going to do anything that's going to simply hand the election over to Donald Trump.
Serious third-party challenges have been rare in recent political history. Ross Perot launched one in 1992 and 1996, but the best he ever did was 18% of the vote in 92, and he never won a single electoral college vote. On the National Mall in Washington, we found some Americans thinking a No Labels option may make sense.
Could be an interesting idea, yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that are probably middle ground.
Meanwhile, others believe it just won't work.
I don't think a lot of people will vote for them.
Joe St. George, Scripps News, Washington.
Yeah, that 2024 election will be here before we know it. A hero we told you about 6 years ago is getting some much-deserved recognition this summer.
Yeah, and Danny New caught up with this avid skier from Golden. Danny, it really is an incredible story.
It is, and everyone I talked to who was from here or was here 6 years ago remembers this very well. I just learned about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, what a hero. I can't believe he was there. Let's refresh everyone's memory if you remember this or if you weren't here. So this is Mickey Wilson, and back in 2017, he's from Golden, but he was skiing at A-Basin, and long story short, he noticed that the man in the lift in front of him had fallen off. It was dangling about 10 feet in the air by his backpack, which was wrapped around his neck. So he's unconscious and hanging 10 feet above the ground by his neck. But one thing I didn't tell you about Mickey Wilson, look at this photo. He is a professional slackliner. And you can see he's a Jedi there. He is very good at his job, and thank God he was there with his force powers that day, because in the next few moments, Mickey climbed that wire.
What?
Yes, he climbed the wire over to the man. Then somebody threw him a knife. He caught it and then cut it down to save the man's life. He only broke a rib, fully recovered, made it out of the hospital a couple days later, and people were there immediately to get him. So just an absurd moment. You can't believe that a professional slackliner was there in that moment to climb that wire, and Mickey still can't believe it either.
One of the things that my brain flashes back to most is being on the cable and just remembering how scared I was, but also how laser focused I was. I don't think I've ever been quite as intense and focused in my life.
Do you guys still stay in contact at all?
Yes, absolutely. We became good friends after that. We're homies now.
And how often is he like, hey, you saved my life. Thanks again.
A lot of times when we talk, he always says something like, man, I'm just stoked to be alive, dude.
Same here, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm glad he's okay, and that they're still friends. He was at his wedding when he got married a couple years ago.
Wow.
So that's great.
Oh my gosh.
And meanwhile, for Mickey, still going strong. He actually just podiumed at a recent Red Bull event, still slacklining.
Cool.
And he also has a family now. There's his son Rio and his wife Sarah Purple, who just goes by the name Purple. Very cool nickname. And then Mickey just learned that he will be receiving the Carnegie Medal for his heroic acts from the Carnegie Hero Fund Commission. That is a huge honor. And for Mickey, it's been a lot for all this to be resurfacing 6 years later.
I have experienced a large range of emotions in the last 2 weeks since I found out I was going to receive the award. First off, just kind of shocked. It's extremely honoring and humbling to be in that list with those other great people.
He doesn't have the medal yet because they custom make it over months, so he'll get it in time, and we'll keep you posted. But he's just really proud to have inspired people, and also he still can't believe that he was there.
I mean, the movie script writes itself.
Right, it's a perfect movie, 127 hours
That's
sequel
amazing.
with him. Yeah, and well, he was telling me what they tried to do before it came to, I guess I have to climb a cable. Originally, they tried to make a human pyramid, he and his friends that were there, to get to 10 feet. But it's really hard when you're wearing all that ski gear to make a human pyramid. So that's when he was like, okay, I'll climb a cable 10 feet in the air.
Right.
Wow.
That's wild.
What a story.
Thanks,
Danny.
Danny.
No problem.
Well, ready, set, jump. The competition bringing the best jump ropers to Colorado this week.
And Taylor Swift fans are in the afterglow of her incredible performances at Empower Field. We're going to help them fill in the blank spaces of their magical night and show you the lasting impact she's leaving in Denver. Welcome back. 644. Colorado Parks and Wildlife officials remind you to be bear aware this summer. The department tweeted out this video of a little cub stuck in a dumpster. Probably had all he wanted to eat, but then couldn't get out. This was in the Roxborough neighborhood of Douglas County. Wildlife officials and deputies laid out ladders for the little guy, and the bear was able to climb out and reunite with its mom. CPW reminds everyone to throw out their trash in locked, secured places. Well, it is a cruel summer no more for fans of Taylor Swift. Take a look at these images.
Wow.
The Swifties were treated to her incredible Eras Tour concerts over the weekend. She is now the first artist to play in Power Field for 2 nights. These pictures were from our producer who was there Friday night. She played for over 70,000 fans both nights, 3.5 hours. 45 song set list, and not to mention all of the fans who were outside the stadium and just wanted to hear the show.
Yeah.
Why, you saw her in Phoenix, right?
I saw her in Phoenix in March, yeah. So I was pretty bummed I wasn't
Incredible.
there.
Yeah, I'm not a Swiftie, and I'm kind of bummed I wasn't there.
Quite the show.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift obviously leaving a lasting impact on the Mile High City. The Food Banks of the Rockies says Swift made a really generous donation. They didn't reveal how much, but it was just enough to buy 75,000 meals, you guys. Swift has been making donations to food banks at every city she's visited on the Eras Tour. As for the actual shows, we have to talk about the surprise songs that she ended up giving crowds. So on night 1, everyone got Picture to Burn. That's off her debut album. And then Timeless, that's a vault song from the re-release Speak Now. Night 2 had Starlight from Red. And then back to December, a big favorite. That's also from Speak Now. And Lisa, you were there on night 2, so you got the real good one.
I'm almost in tears again.
Just talking about it.
I like Taylor Swift, don't get me wrong. Now I am officially a Swiftie. I cannot tell you what it's like when 70,000 people are singing every word to every song.
Right.
I mean, it's like it made my heart, and everyone was so nice. Here's the other thing. I go to a lot of concerts. Walking in, people are like, hi, how are you? Oh, this line's for this. Here, come this way. I mean, the kindest group of people I've ever met. It was wonderful.
Are your arms sore from all the friendship bracelets?
Oh, yeah, right. Oh yeah, we were trading. It was really cute. It was such a fun little thing to see. That's my daughter right there. We had some great seats.
Cute.
Oh yeah, she had
wow, she has a good
lot of
up
arm
to her
candy.
elbow, yeah.
I mean, fireworks were amazing. The flames were hot, even from where we were.
Oh my gosh, the flames! I forgot about that.
And just seeing these young girls, you know, meeting each other up and, you want to trade? You want to trade? It was just the cutest thing ever. And
that's cool.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on merch. I'm not gonna lie.
Can't wait for the next
worth
one.
every penny, though.
It was, yeah, it was really cool. So fun, just a beautiful night too. Weather-wise, it cooperated. I'm glad it's not today.
Yeah.
It's gonna get pretty hot this afternoon. Denver 7, it's a weather action day. We've got a UV index at 12 today, so it's gonna be extreme. Make sure you've got a lot of sunscreen, lots of water, find some shade. Oh wait, I just skipped right on past that. Hold the phones. We've got a